Hey, long time no see. What's up? Hello guys, Space Shark here, and welcome back to another video. I have been gone for like 6 or 7 months. I'll get into that towards the end of the video if you guys stay through for the whole thing. But yeah, we are doing Fortnite Chapter 4, Season 3, name locations. I'll list them, I'll rank them. And just in terms of criteria, we're ranking them on location, the loot you can get, and the materials and harvesting you can get. So that's pretty much how we're going to rank these locations. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory, straight to the point. Let's get right into it. So on the upper east side of the map, for number 14, we have Lonely Labs. Now, Lonely Labs is pretty decent for landing solo. But anything more than solo, you're not really going to get anything great out of there. It has a total of 24 possible chest spawns. Materials, you're not really going to get much materials besides maybe a little bit of metal or steel. And location is kind of self-explanatory. It's very far out of the way. I would not recommend it unless it's in solo. But yeah, Lonely Labs is coming in at number 14. Alright, at number 13, we have Naughty Nets, which is inspired by a small Japanese fishing village. It is also located on the southern eastmost part of the island. It's actually on its own separate island, which takes points away from it. Has a possible total of 37 chest spawns, as well as 46 floor loot, 16 ammo boxes, nothing crazy. Naughty Nets, you can get some decent wood, but that's about it. And like I said, location, it's just in like a really, really bad area. You're not really going to see the storm over here too much. And the circle, I mean. And yeah, Naughty Nets is number 13 on our list. At number 12, we have the Citadel. Now, this location was very important to the Chapter 4 Season 1 version of this map. But since the passing of that season, this location has kind of lost its touch and lost the meaning behind it. There used to be a boss here with Earthbound, but other than that, Earthbound. You have a total of 13 chests that could spawn here. It's a little more central than the other two we've talked about, but other than that, not too many materials you can really gather from here. And just not really good loot. Would not lend her to squad. You could come here as solo, but we're talking the overall picture here. The Citadel comes in at number 12. It's pretty mediocre, if we're being honest. But yeah, Citadel at number 12. Alright, at number 11, we have Kenjetsu Crossing. This POI, this location, was added in the previous season, Chapter 4, Season 2. And although stylistically it is beautiful, that's kind of where the pros stop. More central than Naughty Nets, but other than that, not a crazy place. You can get some decent material in terms of wood here. Location, not the best, like I said. In loot, you get a total of 30 chests here, which is actually kind of crazy because this place isn't too big, but I still wouldn't land here with a squad. You might be able to make it work. This is more of a solo location to land in my mind. You get 27 floor loot. I'm sorry about that. 107 floor loot, 27 ammo boxes. So you can walk out of here with some decent floor loot and ammo. But other than that, I wouldn't put it any higher than number 11. And that's where I'm placing Kenjetsu Crossing. Alright, at number 10, we have Breakwater Bay, which is one of my more favorite locations stylistically. Now, this is the small town right outside of the Citadel. Normally, you get about 18 to 24 chests to spawn here, as well as 30 ammo boxes. Decent place. We're still not at that point in the video where these locations are good enough for squads, good enough for a solo or duo. Location is it's okay. You can get some pretty decent stone here if you really spend the time. You can get a little bit of wood, but nothing overly crazy. Breakwater Bay is a decent location once again. It is recommended if you're playing solo. You may not get a lot of kills here, not too much action. You might walk out with 1 or 2 kills, but other than that, Breakwater Bay, I'll say it's underrated. Not a lot of people talk about it, but it comes in at number 10. Alright, number 9. Steamy Springs. So we cracked the top 10. Steamy Springs comes at number 9. It's very good on wood. It's very underrated on wood. All the bamboo you're seeing here in the gameplay gives you tons of wood. Location, we're still not there in terms of location, in terms of places where you would say it's top tier per se. But like I said, harvesting and materials, you're very good on. You could walk out of here with 21 chests. That's the most possible I could spawn. 68 floor loot, 18 ammo boxes. This is also an underrated pick in my mind. It is the 3rd out of 4 in the bottom right. I call the spring biome. And yeah, Steamy Springs, you could land here as a duo. Still not a squad area. It still doesn't have that much for a whole squad. You could walk out of here with some decent loot, but I wouldn't call it any type of like crazy top tier loot. So at number 9, we have Steamy Springs. Alright, number 8, we have Rumble Ruins. Now this is our first central POI, which is kind of surprising because you would think a central POI would be in like the top 5. But no, Rumble Ruins falls short. Even though it has a great location, it is just the surrounding area. Now, if you're playing build, this shouldn't be a problem. But we're including zero build in this list too, as you can see me playing. In zero build, this is a very crucial part of the map with tons of high ground. You could walk out of here with 33 potential chests. This is like the first one where you might be able to land with a squad. Not entirely. Pretty decent loot. The materials here, you can't really get too much materials unless you're farming off the plants around the structures. Or stone. You can harvest stone. But I always prioritize wood because it's the easiest to get and you just get the most of. You can walk out of here with 70 ammo boxes. So you could be well kitted up on ammo, but not, like I said, just not the greatest loot. So once again, even though central, it just still doesn't crack that top tier of the list that we're making here for location. So Rumble Ruins comes in at number 8. This brings us to our number 7, Shady Stilts. Now, also a decently central location, but it suffers from the fact of some of these other locations where it just doesn't have a lot of harvesting material if you're playing build, and we got to include that. Pretty central. You can walk out of here with a total of 21 chests, so not as much as the other ones. 45 ammo boxes, which is pretty decent. And definitely not a squad location, though it is better to land here than Rumble Ruins. Thus, this is taking the number 7 spot. Pretty decent in terms of high ground if you're playing zero build. But other than that, I can't really say anything too much good about this location. It just suffers. There's too many cons compared to the pros that would just weigh it down. So that's why at number 7, we have Shady Stilts. Alright, number 6, Creaky Compound. So, this is the most central location in the map. So we have to give it its flowers there. The most central, meaning the least amount you're going to have to move in terms of the storm for most of the game. A lot of cover, a lot of geographic cover for zero build. Nothing crazy on materials, and surprisingly, this is a pretty popular destination, so you're always going to get a couple kills here, but it just misses out on the top 5 because of, like I said, the materials and 16 chests, you know. That's also where it falls short. You're not gonna get the greatest loot here, and you just have to take that into account when you're ranking these locations. So sadly, number 6, even though it is a really cool POI, we have Creaky Compound. All right, top 5, baby. Frenzy Fields at number 5. Kind of a central location. Probably the best in terms of materials, quite possibly, especially wood. You got a lot of stone boulders to pick on too. Tons of high ground and far-sighted areas for sniper battles, long-distance engagements. One of the more balanced locations, my personal favorite location, just to add that in case you were wondering. Great on Mats has a total of 28 chests, which is kind of low for all these other locations. But it's a pretty spread out location. I love this location, but I won't let my bias get in the way, so this is why it comes at number 5. But there's plenty of things good about this to make it hit number 5. And another thing about Frenzy is plenty of cars. Plenty of cars you can take to rotate. And a lot of good places to rotate too. You have Shattered Slabs, and then you have Mega City pretty close too, which you'll see further on this list. But for that alone, you have Frenzy Fields at number 5. Alright, this is where we're getting into some of the hot drops, I should say. At number 4, we have fan favorite Shattered Slabs. Shattered Slab is everything you can ask in a POI. Plenty of material, somewhat local to the center, which will deduct points, and a lot of people land here. You can get plenty of kills, get the ball rolling, get your confidence up, get a quick warm-up as your game is going on. A total of 42 chests spawn here. We are now entering the territory, everyone, where squads can land here and walk out decently looted up, decently kitted out. There's a total of 65, and a crazy 65 ammo boxes, 180 floor loot. This place is absolutely insane. Tons of stone, tons of wood. It is lacking on metal. You can find the guards here sometimes at this location for the vault, which is also a good thing too. But yeah, Shattered Slabs is all around just such a great location. The only thing holding it back from being in the top 3 is the location it is on the map. A little bit too southwest for my liking, and this is where it falls. Number 4, Shattered Slabs. Alright, top 3, baby. Top 3 locations. At number 3, we have Slappy Shores. Slappy Shores is known for the Slap Juice Factory, so you can actually walk out of here with great shield. Your defense game is good if you're landing here. Has a total of a possibility of 53 potential chests spawn here, along with 42 ammo boxes. You could definitely land here with a squad. A little bit out of the way in the storm. It's the most eastern part on the central part of the map. You have great rotation with the plentiful amount of cars laying around. Slab Juice lets you sprint out of there indefinitely until the time runs out. It is missing the guard vault, I'm pretty sure. It's missing one of those, which does docket points. You could come out of here with so much stone and metal. Wood, not too much. But just this location alone, with everything it offers from the inside in terms of loot, location, and a lot of people land here. And like I've mentioned before, the Slap Juice Factory with the slap chugs, man, you can't beat that. So that is why I'm putting Slappy Shores at number 3. Sorry for that nipple slip. Don't know what I'm doing. Number 3, Slappy Shores. At number 2, we have a very controversial pick where I feel like a lot of you are going to click off and be mad at me here. We got Mega City. Now, it is the biggest POI on the map. It has the most possible chest spawns with a staggering 102 chest spawns. That is, if you guys can't comprehend that, that is insane. That is 2 or 3 times more than some of the bigger locations. This is the Bonafide squad drop. This is where you go if you want to be completely looted out as a squad. Has great rotation in terms of areas around you. Has the most vehicles in the map to like pretty much get out and go wherever you need to. Not too much wood. That's the materials here are kind of lacking in wood, but stone and metal you can get plenty of here. You shouldn't have a problem. You get a lot of kills here, and yeah, that is why I'm putting Mega City number 2. It has everything that you need, but it is not number 1, and I'll tell you why. And the reason that is because at number 1 we have Brutal Bastion. Yes, I know, what a bad pick. But come on, this map has 62 potential chests. It is somewhat local to the center of the map. You have plenty of places to rotate to. And speaking of rotation, it has the best rotation in the game. Although there is no cars in the area from what I'm aware, you have plenty of zip lines in the area to get to other places you need to go. And of course, you got the jump pads. There's like 3 or 4 different jump pads where you can get to pretty much almost realistically closer locations to it. Has the best rotation in the map. Some of the best loot. This is one of the best squad drops. This is why this is the comp drop. People don't really come here because they're afraid of sweats. This is the sweat drop. This is the Tilted Towers of Chapter 4, Season 3. I'm going to get a lot of hate for saying that. I know I am. But, yes. Great loot. Perfect area for squads. 62 chests, like I said. 117 ammo boxes. What's not to love about this? You have great everything on this map. This location. This location is absolutely perfect. And that is why I am picking it, slating it to be number 1. Disagree with me if you will. Please leave your comments in the comment section. Of course, like the video, comment, and subscribe. Okay? Thank you guys for watching. I love you. Goodbye.